Make this instructive, so let's talk about hair. You do not want to do individual strands of hair. You want to find sections of light and dark, and most of it is dark hair. Draw some sections out. See if I can find some sections to draw. This was a light section, and maybe this right here would be light. See, it's a section of highlight. And then it'll just be a little bit less dark. It'll still be somewhat dark, but just a little bit less dark than the surrounding hair. Okay, now this part should all be dark. Now, a great big section of dark, I'm gonna kind of section it off and then press pretty hard, and then I'm gonna smear it to get it to really look dark. So notice how it doesn't look all that dark yet, but then I smear it, and that's where I get the really good dark. And now up here, the section that's light, so let's try to make that look more natural by blending. I just love Daphne from Frasier. She's got such a great personality, she's so fun and funny, and the fun parts of Catherine make me think of Daphne, kind of. Because, Daphne grew up with all those brothers, those crazy brothers in Manchester. If you know who I'm talking about, if you watch Frasier and you know Daphne, she's got all those brothers. So even though she kind of seems like, in some ways a typical girl, but in other ways she's not, because she had all those brothers, and it was such an unusual childhood. And I think she's the only girl, and I can really relate to that. I was the only girl in a house full of boys too. That's how I ended up becoming a chess player, because most women just don't play. My mom didn't play, but all the other members of my family did. And I just had I took to it. So now over here, there's another section that I've sectioned it off, and it's gonna be lighter. Okay, that's enough for now. 2 sections of hair. Can you kind of see how the highlight comes up? Let's see, maybe we'll take it just a little bit further in so you can see it next to this dark. And then that'll give more of an explanation of what happens when you section off areas. I had to be taught this from one of my art teachers that I did study with. There we go. So it's a little bit more of her hair. Okay, I'm going to stop there. So this has been just me illustrating Daphne as Catherine, and I'm planning to put it in my Wuthering Heights Read Aloud, and also just a little bit of a tutorial on how to section off the highlights in hair. And you don't really want to draw individual strands, maybe 1 or 2 strands.